What's up, Sooner fans? Welcome back to the Sooner Surge after a tremendous 34-30 victory at the Red River rivalry, one of the instant classics in this matchup. Click the subscribe button, drop the horns for us, like and comment these videos, turn on the notifications. We got a lot coming your way. Right now, it's Sooner magical moments. We've seen plenty at the Red River rivalry, and there was uh, tons of moments that we could choose from this game. But really, we're just going to look at a few of the most magical moments from today's game, guys.
Yeah, the most magical moment, or the most, where we saw all the Sooner magic was on that final drive. The Sooners had, I don't remember what the exact time was on that drive, but
111,
111, something like that. They had the Stoops. Stoops was very big on that drive, and then the big play by Dylan Gabriel. He had to jump to throw it. No time, nowhere to. I mean, he there was pressure on him, and he made a play. That was an elite play by Dylan Gabriel to find Nick Anderson back there in the end zone, and for the Sooners to capitalize on that. I couldn't believe it when it happened. That was just, and we've seen it time and time again with Oklahoma football. That's just one of those moments where you're like, wow, I can't even believe that just happened.
Well, it's Sooner magic. That's what it is. And Dylan Gabriel in games past, that's been the biggest thing about him is when the pressure comes and guys come in or in his face or whatever, he'll either make a quick decision. But today was different, guys. It was a different time for him. Specifically that last drive, I go back to I don't know what play it was of the drive, Brody, maybe you have that, but the play to Stoops, if you remember right, he scrambled out of the pocket, thought about running it, got up to the line of scrimmage, and made that pass to Stoops. Nobody near him. Went for a lot of yards.
That was the third
How many yards?
It went for 28 yards.
28 yards. Huge play. And then, on that last play, but Sooner magic multiple times with Dylan Gabriel today on his scramble ability. Guys, what he did today was similar to what Baker would do on the run, making those first down runs or the plays. It was really good.
Dylan Gabriel is way more advanced running the ball than I thought he would be this year. I did not expect this from him, especially after the concussions, the one he had last year. And I'll tell you what about that last drive, guys. If you remember right, they tried a QB draw. He picked up some yards. I think there was 16 seconds, 30 seconds. And the question was, are they going to run another one here? I thought Jeff Lebby was tremendous in that entire drive. They had the kind of pump and go to Nick Anderson where he drew the interference. Really was mixing it up on that drive. Texas was on their heels, and kudos to the O-line. While Dylan Gabriel could not see very well, they did give him a nice, clean pocket to kind of duck in and hop over. So and that's with Matara out. Matara was out, and I just can't give them enough credit.
Well, and you talk about Lebby. The play that got him down there that was huge was the slant and go they were going to Nick on. They must have on that last drive when they went out there thought they had a mismatch with Nick Anderson because they went right after him on that slant and go, which ended up being pass interference, which was a huge play, penalty yardage wise. And the fact that Texas was playing so tight coverage on him, I thought was surprising. But whatever, I'm glad they were. But that's one moment, guys. You can't talk about this game without talking about the goal line stand. You could name all four of those plays were unreal. And you start with I think Kip Lewis might have been the first play. He comes in there, slashes through, makes a physical play. You got Deshaun McCullough, who just took on that dude and he took the aggressiveness towards him. He did and made the play. I'm trying to remember third down was another run, I think. Stutzman, and then fourth down the play with Bowman and McCullough again. Unreal goal line stand, guys.
Yeah, Texas brought in their big defensive lineman, and it didn't matter. They didn't get any yards. And that's the type of defense that Brent Venables talked about when he got hired at Oklahoma. That's the type of defense you wanted to see. I've never seen that from an Oklahoma defense. They had 4 tries from the 1-yard line, didn't get it. The last time I saw a team do that was Oklahoma State failed to get 1 yard in the Big 12 championship game. I mean, that was a massive play by the defense.
Hey,
4 plays.
Brody, you're right. You haven't seen it. It's been a long time. Jay and I have seen it. We know what the defense used to be under Brent Venables and Mike Stoops. We've seen the smash mouth. Guys, the hitting was insane on both sides of the ball. Texas was bringing it too. And another play that was a magical moment. OU gets 3 turnovers, but I'm going to talk about the one that I thought was just – and OU did not get points from this. The hit on Quinn Ewers when Bowen creates this fumble, it was vicious. It was just punishing. And this is exactly what OU fans have been waiting for with the guys that they have. Pearson, you thought might bring one of those. It was Peyton Bowen, the true freshman, against Texas to get that, and they get the turnover there. That's a magical moment.
Hey, and the reason that was so big, Texas was driving. That was going to be 4th down, though. Even if they don't get the fumble there, it was going to be 4th down, but they were going to be punting from the 50. So OU is going to be pinned very deep, and who knows what could have happened from that. OU got the ball at midfield, didn't score, but they were able to pin them back, I think, to the 5 or 10 that drive before Texas had to go some yardage to get a field goal or whatever. But big play possession, field position-wise, and just another, just like you said, just a pummeling hit by Bowen. And he continues to make play after play in big games, and for a true freshman, unreal.
Yeah, he's a playmaker. He's a 5-star. You see it. That's the type of – I mean, that was just a great play. And there was – I think Oklahoma there was 3 turnovers forced.
3. Again, 3 more. I mean,
let's say there was 4 turnovers first, because you cannot convince me that he had possession of the ball on the fumble at the beginning.
That was an awful call.
That's a terrible call. That was awful. Billy Bowman and Key Lawrence poked that out. But nonetheless, like Bowman, they would bring him in on third down. They would run like 3 safeties with Kendall Dolby also in there. And that's just what, like, that was a big hit he laid. Then to force the fumble. It's just like what you expect when you sign a 5-star safety. And he's been nothing less than a playmaker this season so far.
And Jeremy, we've been watching a lot longer than Brody for Sooner football, and that drive to me, when you talk about Sooner magic, right? That last drive epitomizes it. Just 1 minute and 11 seconds left. Hey, we didn't talk about something about that drive is BV's clock management. Guys, he used his timeouts early, which you thought, that could hurt him, but I think calling that timeout, I think it was before the field goal, used their last one, but kept some time on the clock. Ended up being a big play, big call there.
You saw that in the first half too. He used his timeouts before Oklahoma got the ball, which they could have scored there at the end of the first half, but ultimately didn't come away with anything. But yeah, I don't think I've ever been more excited to go rewatch a OU football game.
Jeremy, is that the best? Yeah. Is that the best game-winning drive you've seen in your lifetime? Game-winning drive.
I mean, there's been other game-winning drives with, Baker Mayfield, but I don't know that they were with there may have been time left on the clock. This for me, maybe because it's the most recent, and actually the moment, how big it was for them to do this in that moment, and all on the line, and DG for what he's been through. And hey, this isn't a magical moment, but the fact that DG was the leading rusher and had so many scramble plays, he had many magical moments. He got laid out twice. One of them he got the penalty on, the other one he didn't. But again, what is your magical moment, Sooner fans? Drop it here in the chat. Look, hey, drop it in the chat right below. Subscribe right below. Again, what a victory by the Sooners. They continue to now have their undefeated season, 6-0. The bye week can't come at a better time with some injuries. We'll be providing an injury update very soon, so make sure you're subscribed to the Sooner Surge. Until next time, guys, Boomer.
Boomer.